Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the one and only Jay Stein coming at you with a little post-market wrap-up of this YouTube channel, blog, or whatever it is you want to call it. Alright, so one of the little news readers just came out right now and was talking about how Joe Biden is meeting with a bunch of the oil and gas executives to give them a bailout. Just kind of like counterintuitive to what Homeboy's been saying. By Homeboy, I mean Uncle Joe, creepy Uncle Joe, like the Uncle Joe that. Well, anyways, yeah, that guy. Like, didn't he say like he was all like against it? And that's fine with me. Look, I come from oil and gas. I got people in oil and gas. I'm all about it. But at the same time, like, that's a little bit weird. Anyways, that's beside the point. Market action today. All right, anybody that was paying attention to my Instagram or my YouTube this morning knew I told you AstraZeneca was going to run today for two reasons. A, it was already on my screener. Like, when I run my screening process, my process, it had already popped on it. On top of that, the news that came out about it, that plus the fundamentals plus the technical positions said it is more than likely a buy. Sure enough, 4%, go me. Hell yeah, I'll take that all day, every day. My other little oil and gas deal, look, oil ended up closing slightly down. It's still above 60. It's still above 61. I just didn't like the risk on it. I didn't lose anything on it. I could have made something on it, but it wasn't really worth it. The S&P did come back the way I was hoping it would. Therefore, the tech sector came up with it, which made me very happy as well. Not quite to where I want to be percent-wise and yield-wise, and I think it's going to come up again tomorrow. The S&P basically we're sitting at a pretty hard resistance level, and we tested it today, got rejected ever so slightly toward the end of the day. You can see the market did start tanking, so it got rejected at that resistance level. So let's see if tomorrow, if we can get it above that and get it to close above that, that'll be really good for everybody, really. Except for the Bears, which that would suck for you. Anyway, so my fingers are crossed for that. Otherwise, we get the nitty gritty of it. The VIX was down like almost 10%. That is great. That is very, very bullish. I like to see that. That's a good indication. When the markets aren't really doing much and the VIX makes a big move, that could be a big indicator. So if the markets are running flat and all of a sudden the VIX runs up 20% in one day, you might want to be careful, or vice versa. The market's running virtually, for the most part flat, and the VIX all of a sudden takes a dump. That's a very bullish sign. So I like seeing that at the close. The XAU and gold costs they did not do good today. They were down for sure. Oil, like I said, kind of flat for the most part, which I really wasn't sure what to think with that, given the whole attack and then Saudi Arabia attacking Yemen back. Those types of reactionary plays are a little tricky, and you got to monitor your risk pretty quickly with that. And the instrument that I use when I trade oil and gas, United States mid-cap drillers, it's very, very risky. It's leveraged, and you got to be really, really careful with it. It's the way I play it, but it's risky. So that's why I got out of that deal as soon as it wasn't doing exactly what I thought it was going to do. It's like, we have a military confrontation over there, but oil's pretty much staying the same, and these companies or markets aren't, their price per shares are not running. Hey, that's no longer part of my game plan, so I'm out of there. Let's see here. The dollar ran pretty flat. It closed technically down a little bit, but nothing worth noting. The 10-year pretty much stayed within parameters in terms of the United States. Over in England and Germany, they were a little weird. So yeah, the United States 10-year was 168. keeping it below that 1.7. Okay, cool. We're good with that. Over in the UK, their 2, 5, 10, and 30 all went up. And same thing in Germany. Their 10 is negative, which still blows my mind. Anyways, so that earnings, Tencent music, I don't know. I know Tencent ran up in and of itself today. Bitcoin, okay, now it's just frustrating. You know, I'm good, but now I'm ready to see it make its next move up. But I'm actually kind of glad it didn't. I'm staying on the sideline for a little bit longer, but I'm more than likely going to up my crypto portfolio tomorrow incrementally. I said that with a B, incrementally. Anyway, so I'm going to be throwing little chunks at it tomorrow and just kind of see what it's doing. And if it does start lifting, then I'll go ahead and just blast that joker full. And the overall indexes, I mean, look, the Dow was up almost 200. It closed at 100 up. The S&P, like I said, tagged that resistance, rejected it a little bit. NASDAQ was up, and that about covers everything else. With that said, guys, there's not a whole heck of a lot else going on that's really notable or really worth talking about that I haven't already talked about all day with my numerous videos that I put out. So with that said, let me just double check to make sure there's nothing I'm missing, and it looks like we're pretty okay. Guys, thank you for choosing to fly with Jay Stein. Anyways, thanks for choosing to tune in. And like I always say, man, please subscribe. I really would appreciate it. Anyways, have a great day. I'll holler at y'all later.